Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Time again for another knife of the day. And this is brand new, just came in yesterday. This is the limited edition exclusive Blade HQ exclusive Spyderco Native Chief in Crucibles M4 steel, and of course with these beautiful natural G-10 scales. Give you that green shade and see-through, etc. Just a beautiful knife. I'll tell you, the Native Chief became, now I love the Shaman and I love the little Native. Okay, I love that whole Native lineup, but the Chief, really, they only had the original Chief for quite a while, and then late this year they came out with the different variations of the Chief. Finally, I was waiting for my Rex 45 steel collection with the burnt orange steel, the burnt orange scales, and I was waiting for the Chief for 2 years, and it finally came up. Then we got the carbon fiber sprint run from Spyderco. We just got another sprint run that I need to show you guys of the Chief. And then this just came out. Blade HQ doing their work. We may get more Chiefs because I can tell you, with all these producer exclusives, every combination of the Para 3, the Paramilitary 2, the, you know, the Shaman has kind of been taken up. So they'll probably move to this as we start seeing this happen. Cutlery Shop, that's the exclusive that I forgot. That just came out of the Chief as well. But this is the Blade HQ exclusive. You know, they announce it and then it's sold out as soon as they release it. This is already sold out. Sorry about that, but there are a bunch of them on eBay. Bunch of them on the secondary market. And for expensive costs, but not as expensive as you would think. So anyway, here we go. The Blade HQ exclusive Native Chief. I really like it. It's really one of Spyderco's big knives, remaining big knives, regular knives made in the USA. You know, the military right there, we haven't seen a lot of variations on the military. I mean, that Rex 45 is the newest on the military. You don't see a lot of distributors exclusives on the military, so that's the newest upgrade on the military. But as you can see, it's pretty much the same size, where, you know, we think the Shaman's a big knife. It really isn't. You could see that. And here's the Paramilitary 2. So you can see the Chief is a really big knife. But also what you can see is it's thin. Very thin. Which makes it, even as a big knife, a lot easier to carry. It really does. And this one, with the natural G10, has no liners. A lot of times you'll see the integrated liners or the embedded liners. This has no liners on this fiberglass reinforced nylon. This is not fiberglass reinforced nylon. I'm sorry, guys. It just feels like that sometimes. With this G10, they did a great job. I said that because usually you'll get some of the FRNs, lightweights, without any liners. But in this case, the G10 has no liners, which keeps it light. Real light at 3.9 ounces. And that's for a knife with a 4.1 inch blade. Of course, with that forward choil that makes it a true Spyderco, especially a true Spyderco made in the USA. with that forward choil. The blade, the edge of the blade is 3.6 inches. The total knife is 9.1 inch. It is truly a big knife, but man, it's so light at that 3.9 ounces. It's super thin. Very nice back lock. I know people freak out about back locks these days. Actually, I'm not seeing a lot of frame locks come out of Spyderco either. Of course, we're not seeing a lot of new designs come out of Spyderco at all. I'll tell you, I saw the interviews with Spyderco from Blade Show. Usually I watch those things 20 times every time they're new. Nothing new. You know, they're hoping to have new scales for a paramilitary 2. They have no new designs. What they said was, and I didn't like the double talk, but I'll explain it to you, the marketing talk. But he said, you know, we've been super busy, and they have been, because of the demand. All of the demand. And the guy from Knife Center said, yeah, you guys are the reason why. No, the demand is coming from all of these distributors who want their exclusives. And Spyderco has to produce all these exclusives. So they're so busy getting inventory ready for these limited exclusives that they can't do what they're used to doing. I told you, we have over 100 knives released by Spyderco this year, and only 11 of them are new designs. We're still waiting on some of the new designs that they promised us. I mean, that current release sheet that they put out was horrible. I mean, they're just not having time to do what I love Spyderco for doing, and that's new designs. And what you're seeing is a lot of new variations. And so that's why now we have 5 Chiefs. I saw a sneak peek while watching some of the tapes from Blade Show that I think the Smock is the next Spyderco that will get this Blade HQ treatment. And I have to ask myself, you know, they had the original Smock. I was happy that it finally was released. I have a video on it. Then they did another Smock that was red, which I thought was good, nice variation. I don't know if I care for a Blade HQ Smock. Again, this is where it's moving. I miss when I used to have 20 to 25 new designs from Spyderco every year. And now, as a Spyderco collector for 2 years, the first year I had all these new knives. The second year, you know, I have 16 pair of 3s and 15 paramilitary 2s and that kind of thing. That is why that knife you see, and this Dragonfly that we'll talk about in another video, is my last 2 knives as a Spyderco collector, number 23. I'll do a special video on my experiences. It was a dream come true for me. I have a bunch of knives. I'm very happy. But in the switch to all of those, I'm happy to I'll make some videos of my collection, and I'm happy to make a lot of Instagram of all of the knives. I'm happy that I can go and pull out, look, as comparisons, I can pull out all these Blade HQ exclusives and stuff. And I have a lot of exclusives, but I do miss the new designs. Love them or hate them. And I just didn't think it was worth it, since Spyderco was into this just new, you know, new blades. A lot of black blades and a lot of different scales. So look forward to that video. Also, you can look forward. I was going to start this weekend. I'm doing this video on June 9th, Wednesday, June 9th. I was going to start this Saturday, but next Saturday, and I'll promote it a little more, will be the first trimming. We're going to do several trimmings. I counted my collection on Instagram, so go through my feed. You can look at those videos. And because I didn't get outside, because I wasn't going to the post office during COVID, I have over 735 knives. And in July, I'm going to be 62. I'm going to come out with my permanent collection. And it's not going to be 700 knives. It'll be more like 100 or 150. So I have to figure out, the thing about being a collector, and that's who I am, is I hate letting anything go. But be prepared. A lot of exclusives that I'm going to trim. Some Chris Reeve knives. A lot of great knives that have given me a lot of pleasure collecting. Unused, unsharpened, with the boxes and stuff will be coming to you. I guess it'll probably take, 6 or 7 trimmings over the next 6 months. I'm not giving away knives, guys. It'll be goodbyes on some almost new knives in box. But, you can get some deals. And looking at my collection, shoot, over the last 2 years, most of them are exclusives that you just can't find anywhere. So that's coming. I've chatted a lot with you guys. But I did want to show you the Chief. I love my Chiefs. I took a picture of all 5 of the Chiefs. I really love them. Chiefs is one of the big knives, super nice to carry. 4-way clip. Because it's thin, it's the depth of your pocket that matters, but it does slide in really nice. And it brings back feelings of the military, which we haven't seen a lot of variations. That's why I wanted to bring this out. This is the most recent variation, really, on the military, is that Rex 45. That's it for me. I haven't talked to you guys a long time. You will be hearing from me as I'm trying to figure out which knives to keep for my ever, to pass on to my kids and to enjoy into retirement. And I'm going to give homes to a lot of my knives. We're probably talking about 500 to 600 knives that will be trimming off of my collection. Do not spam me with for sale or is this for sale. I'll do a video. You'll know exactly what the sale is and exactly what the numbers are. And no, I don't carry around a pad for people who say, put me down for this knife. It'll be open to everyone. First come, first serve. I'll give you the rules and everything. I appreciate all of you guys. Take care of yourselves. Hope you're well. Hope you and your families are doing well. Most of my channel, if not all of them, are men. Man, it's tough. It's tough sometimes because you don't want to show emotions and all of that stuff, especially in tough times like this. But I want you to take some time out. I've had a lot of time to myself, but not a lot of time outs, because that's a scary thing to sit quietly and think about your real life. But do that, okay? Afterwards, you just feel better and you feel more capable of helping yourself, your family, and everyone else. I want you guys to be healthy. Take good care of yourselves. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.